Today on the channel, it's all been leading to this. I've been doing my best of 2025 top 5, top 10 countdowns, and now I've taken the winner from each of those videos, put them into one, as today we're counting down my top 10 action figures of 2025.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again for the cream of the crop, the best of the best of 2025. As in today's video, I'm counting down my top 10 action figures of 2025. And as I said at the top, I did a lot of best of top 5, top 10 videos starting in October of 2025 as we worked our way through everything. Here at the beginning of January 2026, we finished everything up. I wanted to have everything reviewed, everything through the system, wanted it all to marinate a little bit. And now we're going to get to the cream of the crop, the best of the best in the top 10 action figures of 2025. Now, note we did do more than 10 best of videos celebrating the best of action figures in 2025. Had to narrow it down to 10, and that's what we're going to do here today. And a lot of action figures this year. I think at the end of the year, I did 4 unboxings every single day for 365 days. That's a lot. A lot of those videos, more than one action figure unboxed in the videos. I think I totaled it up to something like 5,000 action figures we went through this year on the channel. I don't know if anybody unboxed more than that, if it's even possible. And YouTube even sent me a year-end thing that I was the top 1% of uploaders on YouTube. So obviously very prolific channel. Work hard, stay hard, right, Todd McFarlane? That's what we're talking about here today. But today we're going to celebrate the best of the best like a young Jean-Claude Van Damme once upon a time. But we're starting at number 10, working our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite action figure of 2025. And as I always have to say, I hate that I have to say it, and people don't listen. I don't know why. Some do, but this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. And guess what? My list is 100% right because this is what I prefer. This is just one man's opinion, but there's a lot of people that try to tell me that my opinion's wrong, which is wild on an action figure. But it is what it is. But make sure you put your list in the comments down below. And I want to throw one big asterisk at you right there. Just hit you right in the face. Here's one of the best figures that's not going to be in this list, but I wanted to throw it out there. I wanted to discuss it a little bit. It is the X-Men 97 Hasbro Pulse exclusive Sentinel. This will not be in the top 10 countdown. I just don't feel it's fair to call this a straight up action figure. It's a lot more expensive. It's a lot bigger. It's almost like a vehicle play set. You can make the argument for that. So I wanted to give this one its flowers. It would be very high on the list if I did count it towards that. But I just don't feel that it's fair to count this. For whatever reason, you can if you want to, but for me, I'm throwing it. I'm giving it some goodwill right here. It was the number 1 deluxe Marvel Legend of 2025, and I'm going to leave it at that. So this will not be part of the top 10 list, so make note of that here. But let's start the countdown at number 10. The countdown begins at number 10. And number 10, we go to Grapplers and Gimmicks. We go to the number 1 retro wrestling figure of 2025. We go to Oz. Now, Oz, wrestle crap gimmick if there ever was one. It is Kevin Nash once upon a time, but it's one of those figures you never thought we would ever receive, and 2025 was the year thanks to Grapplers and Gimmicks. And Grapplers and Gimmicks doing the Lord's work, some may say, giving us these deep, deep cut characters that we really do crave in action figure form. And Oz is really awesome, taken to the next level. Could have just made it like this. Could have had no cape, no mask, whatever. But we got the removable mask. We got the cape on here. Cape season rocking hard into 2026. Just a fabulous take on a fabulous figure. Absolutely love this one. Coming in, number 10. Next up, if we had a countdown for the biggest action figure surprises of 2025, this very well could be the number 1 selection. But for the number 9 figures, we take a trip over to Ringside Collectibles. Beautiful this time of year. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10%. As we go to the classic Superstars Unsanctioned line for Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom. And nobody thought these were coming. Nobody knew these were coming. And bam, we got two different versions, which they later did, they being ringside, with Demolition and Joe Hendry later in 2025. I can only imagine what's to come in 2026. Can't wait to find out. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But to get a modern style, elite, jazzware style, whatever you want to call it, for the Legion of Doom here in 2025 was a big, big deal for a lot of us. Now, constant learning, constant improvement, as we always say on the channel here. A little skinnier than I would like them to be. I would have liked them a little bit more bulked up, but beggars can't be choosers at this point with LOD figures in the Mattel or Jazzware stylings. Very, very fun figures. Definite must-have figures coming in hot at number 9. Number 8 selection comes from the most frustrating toy line that is to collect in 2025 and into 2026, and heck, 2024 as well. I've collected a lot of years. Ever since I was about 3 years old, I've been collecting action figures, and I can tell you this has been one of the most frustrating lines since maybe the height of starting lineups back in the day, and the real ones know about that. Where are we going here at number 8? Well, we're going to the WWE Superstars line. We're going to Walmart, and we're going to the winner of the top 10 Superstars for 2025. It is the Ultimate Warrior Intercontinental Championship Edition. Of course, Ultimate Warrior, one of my absolute favorite characters ever in anything, pop culture, music, you name it. I mean, do you ever hear that Winds of Plague album where he sang vocals? Come on, it's an all-timer, just like this Ultimate Warrior figure. Absolutely love the colors on this one. A lot of times we get the over-the-top Ultimate Warriors. This is more of the beginnings of the Warrior Mania over there, of course, the WWE at the time, WWF. As we do get the more diluted colors, still colorful, but not as neon colored with this one. Makes it feel very, very special. A fabulous, fabulous figure. We celebrate the world title run of the Warrior as we should, but we can't forget about the Intercontinental title run, and that's what we get with this one. Just absolutely fabulous. Coming in extra hot at number 8. Countdown continues at number 7, and number 7, I feel a little face paint coming on once again, as this time we go to AEW Jazzwares for the winner of the best Jazzwares figure of 2025. Very controversial countdown video. Check that out. I think a lot of people have number 2 as a strong number 1, but that's why it's your list, and this is my list. As my list is funneled by good figures, but nostalgia is a huge part of that, and want lists are a huge part of that, and I have wanted this figure for a heck of a long time. I still remember the first time being a little kid at the grocery store, looking at the PWI magazines, looking at those every single week, and just strolling apart and going through. Of course, Sting and Ultimate Warrior, my favorite wrestlers. You guys know that. When I was a little kid, I loved the Brothers in Paint. I wish I could have wore face paint to school. But I flipped to a picture of Dutch Mantel, given one of these to, of course, Ultimate Warrior and Sting once upon a time, running hard back in the day, as we know. And that's what we got from Jazzwares as a Chase edition, which I wasn't a big fan of that. We got an early version of Sting. I thought this was such a cool deep cut. I wish we could get more of this kind of stuff. And I beg of Mattel, anybody over there, I'll sell you my kidney if I have to. Do the right thing. Give us a matching Ultimate Warrior in the Elite line. Throw it in Legends. Throw it wherever you need to put it. And let's have it at least to match up with this thing. Let's right the wrongs of the universe. Let's put the world needs more healing right now. I think that's a heck of a good start. And Mattel, you hold the power to get that one done. But I love this Sting. I love what it represents. And it's so far from the Surfer Sting and, of course, the Crow Sting. Just feels so different, which makes it special. And I'll never forget, I can picture that grocery store. I can picture that magazine aisle if I close my eyes. Just very iconic, very nostalgic, with Stinger coming in number 7. We've hit the number 6 spot in the countdown here, and this time we go to our friend Todd McFarlane from the couch. Of course, Todd, I'm going to do a top 10 toe wiggles of the year. Todd's a magician with the toes. You wouldn't believe the stuff he can do with those things. Maybe that's a different video down the road, but we're going to the McFarlane Toys top 10 for the number 6 winner here, as this figure blew me away. This is my favorite Batman movie. I made that mention in the unboxings this year on the channel, and they got this one to a T. It's just a shame the price point was a little high, but if you have enough rewards and stuff like that and your $5 coupon over there at GameStop, you can get this down a little bit like I did. But coming in at number 6 is the Duck Boat with the penguin. And I prefer the more grimy pajamas penguin to the other penguin we did receive. I like this a whole lot. Obviously, you get those penguin commandos to go with this. You're really completing out the scene. And you get the jacket for this guy as well. So you got to do a little bit of work here, but it is worth it. Very cool, very basic, but man, does it work in action figure form. Absolutely love the Danny DeVito likeness. Todd and the crew just nailed that. Just a lot of fun right here, wrapped up in, I guess, early 90s Batman nostalgia. Just so fun to have this in the collection, and that's why it comes in number 6. Here we go. We've hit the halfway point. You got your list together. I know it's hard. Put it in the comments down below. Put it in order, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as we do countdown videos every single Thursday on the channel as we begin the best of 2026 thought process for this video next year. Man, oh man, it's a lot of work, as you guys know by now. But here we are at number 5, and number 5 comes to maybe the sleeper toy line of 2025. And in my personal opinion, the toy line that it comes from, it was a little bit down in the dumps going into 2025, and it needed a heck of a boost. And I think they were one of the comeback kids as far as toy lines in 2025. And I did do a countdown on the channel called the best toy lines of 2025, and I talk a lot about that. So check out that video, and check out the crystal ball video I have coming to the channel in the next week or so, where I give my opinions and thoughts where all these companies and toy lines need to go and should go into 2026. But enough jibber jabber from me. We're going to Marvel Legends. We're going to the Gamerverse line. We're going to my boy Wolverine, my favorite of all time. Gets a little bit of a different look in the Gamerverse line. And I really think the Gamerverse line, I wouldn't say it saved Marvel Legends, like they were going to discontinue it or something, but it brought so many eyes back to Marvel Legends that we're starting to look away. They were starting like that meme of that guy turning around to the other chick. It was kind of like that with Marvel Legends, looking at the Jada toys, looking at some import properties, maybe looking at Todd and his toes, who knows? But I really think the Gamerverse line pulled a lot of people that maybe were lapsed fans of Marvel Legends, and this Wolverine was a huge part of it, among many other things as well. Love this figure, love the new claws on it. It feels like home, but feels different at the same time. A lot to like about this Wolverine if you're a Logan man like I am myself. Very, very fun coming from the Gamerverse line, as we do know. Wolverine comes in number 5. Here we are at number 4, and the number 4 figure comes from the absolute best toy line of 2025. This company, this toy line, knocked it out of the park, hit after hit all year long. So fun. Cannot wait to see where this line goes in 2026. But man, it was tough doing this top 10 countdown. One of the hardest countdowns I've ever had to do, in all honesty. But here we are at the number 1 G.I. Joe Classified Series figure and the number 4 figure of the year. We're going to the Dreadnoks. We're going to my boy, Monkey Wrench. One of my favorite Dreadnoks ever. A sleeper Dreadnok for sure. A lot of love for the original 3, plus of course Zartan. But Monkey Wrench shortly after that weaseled his way into my heart and many others. And this is basically the perfect figure. Now, he does come with a second head that was kind of made up for the classified line, at least in my opinion. I don't remember seeing it anywhere else. But this OG head, removable glasses, playing all the hits right here. I loved Monkey Wrench as a kid. A lot of good figures from Classified this year. But man, this one stood out and always catches my eye. And that's the hallmark of a great figure. And that's what Monkey Wrench is. Coming in at number 4. We're down to the final 3 in the 2025 countdown, and man, nostalgia's running hard in these final 3, real hard in the final 3. But here we go. We're going to go to number 3, and we're going to take a trip to Target. We're going to take a trip to Mattel. We're going to take a trip to the Legends line, WWE, for the Chase edition of one Terry Funk. You guys know my love of the Funker, the Dirty Funker. Absolutely loved Terry Funk. Absolutely loved his entire career. Can't do much better than Terry Funk as far as a wrestling career. And this one represents one of, if not my favorite matches of all time. I talked about it in the countdown video that this one represented. So nostalgic for me. I remember sprinting home from that pizza restaurant to be able to watch the Ric Flair Terry Funk I Quit match. Could not believe an I Quit match was a thing. First time I'd ever heard of it as a little kid. And just Terry Funk stole my heart from the get-go. And I was a Ric Flair fan already. It was playing a lot of hits, and in a different universe, you could say, it was Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan for me on a different spectrum. So Love this match. Love that it represents that. And to get an action figure based on that huge nostalgic moment of my life, I'll never forget that day. I'll still remember it just as clear as like it was 2 days ago. Just absolutely love this Terry Funk and what it represents. And a fine, fine Terry Funk figure as well. Can't beat this one. Terry Funk coming in at number 3 from the Target Legends line. Closer and closer to the top spot. We're at number 2. And number 2, we're going to Amazon. Beautiful this time of year, Amazon, of course. But we're going to the Coliseum Collection WWE Ultimate line. Probably know where this is going. We're going to the Coliseum Collection Ultimate Warrior. Once again, extremely nostalgic for me. My number 1 figure in my entire collection of my, 20+ thousand action figures in my collection always goes back to the Grand Toys LJN Ultimate Warrior, a toy that changed my life forever. One of those one times you always remember where you got something. I'll never forget that fateful day, getting the first ever Ultimate Warrior figure in my hand. And this figure got to bring back some of that nostalgia, obviously based on that, with a twist, with some extras, but at the heart, it is a tribute to that LJN Grand Toys Ultimate Warrior once upon a time. Such a monumental figure in my collecting. Absolutely love to have this one here. It's so nice. I bought it 3 times, and maybe I'll get another one if we get another big sale. We'll see how that goes, but absolutely love this Warrior. Love what it represents. So happy to have this in the collection. He comes in at number 2, which means, like a young Highlander, there can only be one. What is the number 1 action figure by me for 2025? Well, stay tuned. Here we are, we're at the number 1 spot. My number 1 action figure for 2025. I can't believe it's all led us to this moment. Very excited to announce this one here. But once again, put your list in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And heck, check out my Patreon YouTube channel memberships for early access to all these videos and everything else under the sun. Appreciated support, of course, you guys know that by now. But here we are at number 1. Now, last year, this duo came in at number 2 on my 2024 countdown. And this year, they said, we can't be defeated. We're coming in at number 1. And that's exactly what they did. Number 1, we go to the big rubber guys. We go to Hawk. We go to Animal. We go to the Legion of Doom Big Bad Toy Store exclusives at number 1. Absolutely unbelievable. To me, these are the 2 best big rubber guys we've ever received at this point. Obviously, constant learning, constant improvement. There could be better days ahead. But this is exactly what I wanted as a little kid. And I'll never forget being a small kid, my dad taking me to a WWE Superstars taping. As we know, back in the day, they filmed so far ahead. And I didn't know the Legion of Doom were in the WWE, WWF at the time. So when Hawk and Animal came out and you heard that, oh, what a rush. I absolutely lost my mind as a little kid. And I loved the Legion of Doom. Going back to the Hasbro days, so iconic, so fun in my playing days. And when I close my eyes, now it's funny is I prefer the Road Warriors, but when I close my eyes, I think of the Road Warriors Legion of Doom. I go to the red and black attack. That's where I go. And this is what I dreamed of playing with as a little kid. Absolutely fun, absolutely cool. And I love that they're in the position there of the famous photo, poster, trading card of yesteryear, but still could be fairly good playing figures if you were a player out there. So last year, the Road Warriors were number 2. This year, they were not going to be denied. They hit the number 1 spot with the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Legion of Doom. So fun. So happy to have these in the collection here today. So there it is. Finally, we've answered it all. From all these top 5, top 10 lists, it's all funneled to this, to see the Legion of Doom Big Rubber Guys as the number 1 figures of 2025. And that is my list. Once again, put your list in the comments. Subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Give the channel the old thumbs up on all the videos. Check out Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. And check out, of course, my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. And as you guys know, my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble currently. So for the Legion of Doom and the rest of the top 10, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?